So what I'm going to try instead, I'm going to get this is an old General electric clock radio. Very nice sort of radio back in its day. Had a dimmer for the display, dial lights and all sorts of cool features. This is just what's left of the clock. Radio parts are ripped out and long gone. This is just the radio half of it. Just this circuit here all works. So it only just gets used as a radio now. I've just got really bored one day when I was younger. I just tapped various wires around from a battery and see which ones worked. This transistor blew up by reverse polarity. So I twisted that and shorted it together and it's working again. So I found by tapping in some wires here on those resistors and near that transistor on the other resistor, I put my negative input. I'm using this little 18 volt 7 amp DC, but it's just a very crude power supply. I think you get about that with no load. I measured that with no load and not putting any load in it, so that's just a rough guide, but it's enough to run this anyway. Yeah, that's just an old cordless dual battery charger. Just stuck a 12 volt transformer because the original 18 volt 24 volt one burnt out. But yeah, I just stuck this little 12 volt AC transformer in there. So yeah, it's good enough for stuff like this. It's got those diodes there, so it's 4-way rectified, so that's good. All these other ones I made aren't, so give this thing a test and I'll try and mark which way is upper end and the lower end of the scale. And I'm going to try and modify these little coils here, expanding these coils and stretching it, and you've got to adjust this to hear the loudest hiss, and this has to be at the upper end of the scale. And that should be enough to get you to pick up between 108 and the 138 range, and you get the airwave airport control tower transmissions. You should be able to pick them up. So hopefully this works out. So it's going to be my first time doing it. I'm going to turn the power on, plug it in on the outside, and we'll see how we go. Now viewers, I'm going to try and get this wheel calibrated, so if I turn it one way, I've got to know which way to turn to get to the upper end of the FM scale. So if I go on this way, or that way, or that way. Borrow this car antenna here off this radio. You can't see, it's out of the camera frame, but this orange wire is tapped off the antenna part of the circuit. Bring this thing up. And it has to go outside and fully extended. Not enough for ever do this, so I'm just going to set it out here. Just stick it at the doorway there. That should be enough to get something. Just try and find which way to turn it. That's going up, so I've got to arrow go on that way. Up. Okay. Down. Up.
Assess the site. Then in 2007, March 2007,
it doesn't like the fingers when I've got a circuit. It does funny noises. General electric quality. Very nice old radio,
actually. They could not meet those sites and guidelines. They knew that. And so they pulled out.
Changes that assessment. The present?
It begins with birds.
So going up. So I'm going to draw an arrow on top of the board. Turning it this way. Very crudely trying to write it in there, but that way I get to go up upper end of the scale. So that's flatter top end of the scale. Doesn't like me doing that. Now if I did that, flat out to the 108, get me a screwdriver and I should be able to expand that coil a little bit. and it's touching it. There's one at the other side of the coil here you probably can't see in this capacitor. Try and get a good view in here if I can. It's a bit hard to get this tripod straight. This little coil here, I should be able to just expand a little bit. That'll expand the scale. Once you do this, you can't go back, so no turning back now. There we go. Bit hard to do because it's a tough, good old coil. Alright, now let's see what we'll get. I shouldn't be able to pick up anything.
An apocalypse?
Okay, maybe not. I only pick up the stronger stations now, so. Upper end of the scale, and I should be able to turn this up to its. I think the speaker's shorting out. I should be able to turn this one here. This is at its loudest. Okay, well that's probably not the right one there.
I was fearful of touching everything.
There goes my tripod falling over. Hang on, let's try and get this thing set up properly here. Bad connection. Let's try it again. Okay, cool, must be bucket, so I'm going to plug into here. Okay, well it's not that cord that's buggered. Must be my negative cord broken off. Okay. The radio just stopped working. Strange. I must have bumped the cord somewhere. Oh, there you go, speaker came off. There you go. Speaker connector came off. Okay, so that's what it's loud, it's there. Not close enough to the airport to get anything on this. Try AM. AM, sorry, I'm not going to work. Let's see what we got in AM. They're the AM ones.
Altogether. Near the nuclear plant itself, aftershocks of up to magnitude 6 have been recorded, although there are no reports of any more damage. As the nuclear crisis is being dealt with, aid agencies are drawing up long-term plans for the recovery effort. The official toll of dead and missing is now over 23,000, although that is expected to rise. As a search for the missing finding survivors.
That's upper end of the scale there, so yeah, I'm not getting anything, so obviously not close enough to the airport. I think I'm about 5 k's away max from the airport, so I can't see the control tower from here, so that's probably why it's not working. But yeah, we should be able to pick up some airport transmissions with this if they're close enough to the tower, but I'm not actually getting anything, so I must be too far away to hear anything. So, bit of a bummer. If only I live close enough to the airport, I'll be able to listen under that tower.
We don't want to establish.
But yeah, basically what you got to do, look for the coil when you touch it. Try and get this open in your IF circuit on FM. Find a coil that should change the sound when you touch it with a screwdriver. You should hear a change in the sound, and if you do, that's the coil. You got to just bend it outwards, and that will expand the FM range. Then this one here turns out to be the transformer I needed to adjust in the IF FM circuit. So that's the IF transformer for the FM circuit there. You adjust that to the highest hiss. Well, that's tuned up to its the high flat out at the end of the scale. Then you adjust that for maximum hiss, and it should work. But I must be too far away from the airport tower to hear anything. So having done that, so yeah. Viewers, I'm going to show you one more thing in this radio here. I'm going to show you just how clever the Japanese have made this radio. It's pretty cool inside this one. Open this up. Just an RF shield from a piece of old crap electronics. Bit of metal. Made a little U-type bracket out of it, screwed it to the box. Just anchors this radio down. Just push these wires through. Then you're going to pull this radio out and get to the take the top off and show you how cool this little tuning setup is. So yeah, that's the other part of the power supply, negative DVD player power supply. Take this little antenna out, which I forgot to do. Push this cord through here. Not easy. There we go, that's it. Be very careful, those because they tend to break easy. Now they're gonna unscrew that back thing off, turn it so it's straight. It should come out. Gotta take it off. You gotta take that off to get to the back half here. There we go. That's out enough. I'll pull this open under these front screws, and we should be able to just show you what's inside. So I put this on a tripod. Right, undo these front screws. Good old National Panasonic radio, good quality stuff. A lot of those older car radios are really good for reception too, with a proper antenna. That comes off there. There you go. Top's off. Force this antenna through. Get it to plug in here, and I should be able to get this ready to work again. Get some negative ground there. It should power back up.
Carbon price domestically, which results in emissions and production transferring internationally for no environmental gain. I also
Except player mode is high quality.
That China's Copenhagen offer,
and this is just a politician station. Yeah, they're ranting about the carbon tax. But there's our tuning inductors, little pistons that reciprocate. There's this little disc thing. Check this thing out, this is pretty ingenious.
At least 2 journalists have been killed in the conflict.
That is cool. Look at that. That is awesome. This moves, the slides this plate downwards, so I line it onto this pulley here, which turns the inductors and moves them in and out. That is cool.
Has told the crowd the government's plans will cripple the economy.
This is Australia's new export
Balance.
under the carbon tax. It's your job.
Under here, the balance controls in there.
Federal Employment Minister Kate Ellis has defended a bill to penalise unemployed people who don't attend job interviews. The National
we've
Welfare
got
Rights
this
Network
cassette.
says
Get the cassette
scrutiny
player
of
working.
compliance laws for job seekers
Let's
will
see
punish
how.
the most vulnerable members of society. But Ms Ellis says the law
trying to find something to trigger it.
stay in contact with their job network.
There you go. Program. Press both of them in, it should program. Reverse, forward. They want to fast forward. This little gear in here. Watch it here somewhere. That's a smart mechanism, how that works. How the other lines come off. On the camera, in here you should see that the gear move and change direction. Pretty smart mechanism in that cassette mechanism there, that player. Hold, that's fast, rewind, fast forward.
And that's the latest news right around Australia and around the world if you're streaming online. You're listening to Triple J.
And there's a little...
Triple J's best new music.
It's the herd with the sum of it all.
Tone control and your volume controls here. There's the front of it. This little tuning thing is very clever. I love this thing. It is pretty smart. This damn camera thing into the way and zoom into it. I'll tune it again.
Nuclear plant. No new damage was reported. Engineers there are making some progress in the struggle to overcome the nuclear disaster.
It's automatically on stereo. There's no switching between FM or FM stereo. It's automatically FM stereo, this one.
One of the reactors, and all 6 now have power cables connected.
Retailers.
Okay, AM doesn't want to run too good on this for some reason.
Earlier this month, plans by the supermarket chains to sell Victoria at $28 a case, and they would damage the brand image of the beer. Coles Supermarkets denies the company plan to sell cases at that price in any of its outlets. Woolworths has also rejected the claims by Foster's, and that VB is back on the shelves. It follows the discounting of milk by the major supermarket chains.
Now try and put
protests from
FM back on.
million after...
See the inductors go in and out there. You see this thing move in and out. That's a cool mechanism, I like that. There's a string that goes off the back of this and moves a dial. Yeah, can't play too much music because of copyright bullcrap. But how they thought of that is beyond me. That is clever. It's a national, I don't know what model it is, just national Panasonic. So yeah, doesn't tell me what model it is, but it's from a Ford Telstar. Oops. And there's a back of it. Oh, there we go, model number CQ855EW. FAM 526.5 to 1606.5 kHz. FM is 88 to 108 MHz. Manufactured by Matsushita. Made in Taiwan, but general parts are all Japanese. That probably would have been on a Japanese idea or that, how to set it up. There's a try and zoom the damn thing out here. Not much to this. There's some of the IF section. More other bits and pieces in there. So yeah, very high quality little radio this. With backwards and forwards tape direction lights. And the door still hangs on nicely. Normally most of them would have fallen off by now. But yeah, that's our auto reverse cassette deck. An in-depth look at it. So yeah, thanks for watching.